such an asshole.
Hello, children. We've had some technical difficulties because StreamYard is... we got a request. And this one is a lengthy one, so I'll just take, because there's a lot of questions, individual ones, specific to the general topic of how do I become an author like you, Cappy? First, you hate reading and writing. And then you find, ironically, in a twist of fate, because God has a sick sense of humor, that you're actually good at writing. And then people buy your books condemning you to do something you hate. You know, like women who get married and have sex. Whoa! Whoa! We're on fire, despite being sick. You girls know us, right? You don't like sex. You have to sleep with a guy and get this fucking money. Like, commitment. God, if it was just not for that sex. I know, ladies, you do like sex with the right. I get it. This is a joke. It's a joke. I know God didn't. That doesn't come pre-installed with women. I know God didn't like. Well, nah, but he was designing. Hey, should we install a sense of humor with women? No, it'll be funny for us. Why? Well, because the men will be suffering, and then you and me and the Holy Ghost can laugh at men down below. It'll be a great time. Watch this, JC. We're gonna fuck with them. That's what we're gonna do. This is going to be better than any movie you have ever seen in your life. Oh, okay, this would be better. Yeah. Don't give him a sense of humor. Hello, Cappy. I'm looking for some help with Amazon Kindle direct publishing because I am currently in the process of putting a book together and about transport. I have already got the idea, the book name, book content, and book size worked out. So I am not looking for your help with the entire idea, like several people ask you to put together the business idea for them. What a bunch of planks. I was wondering if you could explain. All right, so here's all these questions. I will answer everything. I will answer all. For I, the great Cappy, self-published guy and self-important, grandiose things and stuff I say about myself. If you could explain how you went about putting together your books for KDP, more so what software did you use, Word or Publisher? I use Word. The best version of Word I've ever had was 2003. I use Word for both the paperback and Kindle versions because it seems to take the best. Now, I've never used Publisher. That doesn't mean Publisher doesn't work. But I use Office Libre on my laptop. I then cheat and use my girlfriend's laptop that has an actual Microsoft operating system on it with Microsoft Word, because in my past experiences, has caused the least amount of problems. If you go from a non-standardized text platform writing thing, there's snafus. But Word or Publisher is fine. It's up to you. I'm used to using Word. And how the process works, all right? Well, the process is pretty simple. You go to KDP, which is Amazon. I presume you already have your account. You already have your book size figured out. So what you need to do is then find the book size template of the book you're writing that matches your book cover size, 6x9, 5.8. But they got like 5 or 6 different standard formats. You download that template, which is Microsoft Word. You paste your manuscript in there, okay? And you're going to notice it's going to be off-center, 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 offset. It alternates because it's accounting for the center of the book, which the text has to get out of. And so that's why you use their template. You add the page numbers. That's the number one thing people forget about. That's the most important part. In Microsoft Word, it's borderline impossible to get all pages numbered. So just go with the, let alone have page 1 start on chapter 1, because you have dedication page and book a table of contents and all that. Just put the page numbers in. The book is going to start on 7, just because Microsoft is fucking cancer. So that's the important thing, is get the page numbers and all that. And then once you save that format, that template, that's what you upload to KDP. When you upload it, and assuming you got your cover, the correct dimensions and everything, you hit approve, and what they'll do is they will go through a process, make sure it matches and jives. And then you have an option before you publish it. Let's say they come back and says, yeah, this is fine. You can order a physical book, which I'd say for your first time, order a physical test copy to make sure it came out all right. But they will also offer you the ability to review it digitally as if you actually have a book. And says the digital version maps on correct. I'm not talking KDP. I'm not talking Kindle. I'm talking they have like this is what your book is going to look like in person. Simulator is what it is. That has always mapped on to what it came out looking like in the real world because that file is directly printing to the physical book. But maybe you want an actual physical book. This is going to delay it because it's going to take a day or 2 or 3 days or whatever to get your copy before you publish it. In either case, you can digitally proof it or physically proof it. It's up to you. I trust both. And that's that. Kindle, you need to go online and look how to prepare your book for Kindle because that is a long process that I'm not going to go over through here. Someone's already done it for it. But basically, you have your manuscript in a regular 8x12, right? That's your manuscript. You copy and pasted it into the template that goes 6x9 and alternates the text. That does not mean you delete the manuscript. You save the manuscript. And then what you do is you prepare it for Kindle. Since Kindle, you can scale the font. That doesn't mean you have to make sure your paragraph starts on the next page or page numbers. That has no meaning. So what you do is you insert page breaks between each chapter, and it really truncates it. It shrinks it because there's no space because you're not on a physical page. It just digitally jumps to the next page. That's a very simplified version of preparing a Kindle book. But what you do essentially is you take a Word document, you make all these adjustments to the Word document, and then you upload it to Kindle. And I believe Kindle, you upload a Word document. Paperback, I think you have to take your Word document after you tailor it in the template and everything. I think you have to save it as PDF, and then you upload the PDF. But the technology may be that they also allow you to upload Microsoft Word. They will provide you instructions. The point is that you have to physically prepare your book for the physical one using a template that goes 6x9 and accounts for the inside or whatever size book. Add page numbers and all that because you're making a physical book. Kindle, follow instructions online how to prepare for a Kindle and use the most recent version of an instruction you can do because Amazon just loves changing shit all the fucking time. So there's that. I've read Kindle, KDP for several years now. I'd like to get your views and opinions on it. How to go about self-publishing your own book. Yeah, Amazon's like the monopoly. You go through them. You've put together several good books on KDP, so I thought you would be a good person to ask. I like Bachelor Pad Economics the most. All right, so just so you know, in case you don't, Amazon, when people say I published on Amazon, there really is only one entity, Amazon. But because of like making things complicated, they separate out between paperback and Audible. KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, is Amazon's main publishing arm, okay? And they handle both paperback and Kindle. So what you're going to do in order of operations is you publish your physical paperback first. Then it will ask you, do you want to publish a Kindle book? Usually in the process of you uploading and approving your book. Once it gets approved, they're going to say, do you want to set up Kindle? You say, yes, I'd like to set up Kindle. Or I'm sorry, Kindle. And then you set up through that. That's all going to be under KDP. Audible is a separate company within Amazon. So then you must go to Audible, which is ACX. It's not audible.com. ACX.com is the Audible publishing. And you should be able to use your same username and password to use setting up KDP. Right. So there's 2 accounts, KDP and ACX. And so once you're done with the paperback, then you do the Kindle. Once you're done with Kindle, if you do Audible, then you got to get a narrator, read it, all that. That's if you wish to pay a narrator. Amazon also has the option to have AI read your book, which I've done with a couple of my books because it's not worth me paying a narrator to read some of my less popular books, but I still want them available. So there's that. All right. So that we got that there. The book should have around 400 pages and be in premium color if printed. Okay, you will have an option for it. It's going to be expensive because color costs a lot of money. In your view, how much would you price your Kindle version of your book at? I'm planning to sell it for £279 or about $4 in today conversion. No, you're 400 pages. No, hang on. Kindle price range. I think Kindle has like it goes up to $9.99. Kindle book price range. Okay, they vary widely. Oh, $3 to $10. Public domain. I thought they had limits. Okay, maybe they've changed it since I last published. Here it is saying it's up to $14. I don't know. They actually have a price optimization chart you can look at. Shows you where to price your Kindle based on books like yours to get volume and margin. No, $4 for a 400-page book, absolutely not. I would not do $4 US, $3 British. A 400-page Kindle book, I'd be doing about $10 US, whatever that is, British pounds. Yeah, $10, maybe even 12 US dollars. Because that's 400 pages. That's a lot of work. The problem is that it might end up being too heavy in megabyte for it to be priced in the higher 75% royalty bracket, which is where the 35% royalty option is cheaper for me to get around the delivery costs for larger files on KDP. Okay, I don't know anything about that. I always go with the 70% royalty bracket. And then whatever you're talking about that is new to me. And it sounds like Amazon and shitifying and fucking around. It does not cost any. Amazon, the ones who have AWS and are buying server farms and doing the data centers and all that Amazon, they're worried about megabytes on a Kindle. No, this sounds like fuckery to me. So I don't know anything about that. I would go with the 75% royalty. Being too heavy in megabyte for it to be I don't believe that. I can't believe it. It's too big of a file. It's Kindle. It's not. No, I would go with the 75% option. And delivery costs for KDP, that sounds like horse shit. I mean, I know there's some incremental delivery costs for Kindle. Are you talking the physical books? Might be too heavy in megabytes to be priced in the higher. No, a 400-page book. No, I've written over 400 pages. I have 2 books that are over 400 pages. That I go with the 75% royalty. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If they give you some kind of bullshit reason, even if it's bullshit, okay, you don't want to do it. You know, like, I have a headache. Okay, you just don't want to do it. Just say that. I know that KDP to reduce the file size, like the KDP help service is the one you pay for, as then I can work at the same time. I have no idea what you're talking about, man. No idea. For the physical book, is it better to offer it as a hardback or paperback? Paperback. Hardback adds way too much cost. Unless you're doing it for artistic reasons, I would do paperback. I'm planning to sell the book as hardback book, but I just wanted your thoughts. Why hard? Why? What's the point? You can publish both. You can publish both. I would just do the paperback. Just for now, do the paperback. Get your Kindle out of the way as well, and then down the road, if things work, then you can add a hardback or hardcover if you'd like. Furthermore, I'm looking to get it listed at a cheaper price point so that as many folks can buy the Kindle. No. Are you an established author? Not to sound arrogant, but do you have a presence on the internet? Do people know who you are? They don't? No, you're not. No one is going to care about the price of your book. They're either going to buy it or they're not. I mean, don't price gouge them, then they're not going to buy it. But this lowering your price to get more people to buy it doesn't work. It's like being nice to get more women. No. Slap them across. No, I'm not. No. I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about your clients, your customers. Slap them across the face with a price that's like, whoa, this guy ain't fucking around. He demands some money for his book. This must be good. If it's like $3, no one's going to buy it. What's wrong with his piss shit book? I just want to be a nice guy. No. How do you get women? You tell them no. There also isn't a lot of cheaper transport books available, so I thought, why not put one together myself as it can be done? How hard can it be? What royalty rate did you currently get your books on KDP? Currently, Cappy. Paperback is now 60%. Now, this could be different. You're in the United Kingdom, so it might be different over there. Here in the United States, it used to be a 70% royalty. Now it dropped down to 60 because Amazon has a monopoly. Kindle, I'd have to double check. They're going to give you your options. Like, it's not a negotiation. You can either accept it or not accept it. And that goes through the process. But it might be different for the United Kingdom. What are your views on selling your books on other digital platforms such as Apple Books or for authors? I think it's a waste of time. As Amazon has continued to get in shitified with lower payout rates, and then also Kindle for a while there, like you couldn't just buy one book on Kindle. You had to have a subscription, and there were falsely signing people up for Kindle through their Amazon account, and then they got sued. Amazon, as is all corporations, is increasingly becoming enshittified. So I'm not against it, but you're still stuck with Amazon. Don't worry about that yet. Don't worry about that yet. Go just get them up on Amazon. Go with Amazon only. Down the road, you could change your royalty setup, which would then allow you to sell on other platforms. But then you're going to have to go contact those other platforms. Like, what was it, Kobo and all these other things? I didn't bother with them. I was wondering what your thoughts are on selling your books outside of KDP and Apple. Oh, you got that. Do you not see the point of putting your book on sale on another digital store other than the KDP? No, because you sign an exclusivity. You don't have to. That's the difference between 35% royalties and 70% royalties or 60% royalties. I just go exclusively with Amazon, and then that's it. Yeah, you could go on other platforms as well. But when you go through the uploading publishing procedure, you'll see the options that you have. And now that I think about it, if you being in the UK Amazon is different. They're extra kuantahahi. Because I remember like, I had to do something specific to get UK sales for like my Amazon affiliate. But in the United Kingdom, we need some extra financial information. I'm like, fuck the UK. Just fuck your Labour Party, your programmies. I'm not giving you more information. I guess I don't sell in your country then. I don't think anyone will really buy the book. Then why are you putting so much input into it? Why? I don't mean writing it, but should I do on this thing? What I did? Just publish it. Charge a fair price for it that you get some money back. I don't think anyone will really buy the book in Kindle or physical form, although it will be good when it's finally finished, as then I will have proven people wrong who don't think it was possible. You know what? That's the healthiest approach to writing a book I've seen. And I'll tell you this, see, you're writing a legit book, 400 pages. That's legit. You're a legit author. Now, maybe you're not successful, and you're writing about transportation. It sounds incredibly boring. So it has to be well researched. I mean, no one chooses to write a book about transportation unless there's really something important and they see something in it, right? So it is going to be a legitimate book. It is going to be an honest effort. It's not going to be some TikTok harlot. My day is selling pictures of my butthole and the emotional. And when you say, oh, no, I'm an author, it carries this cachet. It really did, or does. Because back in my day, back it's still the day, I'm alive. especially when it started coming out and not everybody published on Amazon. Oh, what do you do? Well, most people were impressed with the ballroom dance thing. So that's oh, I do a lot of things. So the ballroom dance, obviously, instructor, that was that would raise some brows, but the author thing, even more so, especially when I became more of an established, like I actually, what do you do for a living? Well, I'm 40% a ballroom dance instructor, 40% a security guard, 15% landlord, and then whatever other thing. Oh, and then online dance or online finance class. Yeah, I guess that was more like a third, 10%. I had an eclectic group of jobs. And out of the eclectic group of jobs, author was the most eclectic. That got the most eyebrows raised. All right. That's what I'm saying. And I do believe it opened some doors, maybe not all financial or career like, but it definitely opened some doors in social, dating, career as well, where people are like, oh, you wrote, yeah, well, these books. And then when you point to the book, right, say, what first question? Oh, what books have you written? I say Behind the Housing Crash, right? Because it's the least provocative. That's a serious book. Yeah, a lot of economic research, a lot of finance, a lot of number. And then when you write your book, the efficiencies of internet transportation or something, because I'm going to imagine this is a puff piece. They're going to say, "Oh, that's like serious." Like, yeah. And it doesn't matter if it sold 3 copies in its entire history. They're going to look it up like, "Oh, wow, he wrote this book. It's 400 pages." And already it's like you go to the gym, right? You put in the work to write you did a serious thing. It would be on par with like, "Oh, I made a sculpture." And it's not this minimalist baby boomer art sculpture, but it's like an actual sculpture. People are like, okay, I don't like that sculpture. It's not but there's no doubt he put a lot of effort into it. I mean, look, it's a sculpture. I don't know a sculptor. So even if you don't make profit on it, I think financially over time, it will save you money, open doors. And it's something you can put on your resume too. It's not the worst thing to actually be a legitimate author. In my mind, you are one, because this isn't Boris the Shitting Buffalo, right? This isn't I have a book out there called Boris the Shitting Buffalo. It was a fun little book. Wasn't meant to be a real book. Um, that's a serious endeavor, 400 pages. That's awesome. And then people go, oh, wow, you actually did. So now you could put that. I would say it carries even more weight than saying like doctor, not medical doctor, but like PhD. Well, I have my PhD in sociology. So you're a low IQ moron who needs constant government money because you're a parasite. Congratulations. I'm an author. Oh, really? So I think you'll come out ahead on this one. It will be good when it's finally finished, as then I will have proven people wrong who don't think it was possible. About 2 of your books from KDP. Hope to hear from you soon. Thanks for all the help. Yeah. That's basically it. You're going to set up KDP account through Amazon. Start with your paperback. Get that uploaded. Do not delete your manuscript. Leave it, and by manuscript, I mean not the thing that was tailored for the template to be uploaded into the physical book. Keep the template, right? Keep the manuscript. Then you're going to use that to upload into Kindle, right? And then you're kind of done. See how sales are. And then if you want, you could go and create an Audible book. You don't have to, but that will require you go through acx.com or .com.uk. And then in terms of preparing your book for KDP, even I have it. So look up Small Business Chronicles, how to prepare Microsoft Word into KDP. If you search that, you should find this old article that does a pretty good job of it. Now, it might have changed, which is why my latest book, there's some quality issues with your Kindle. I'm like, no, there's not. I use the exact same process. I'm not that dumb. I don't like repeating my. No, you guys changed something. You fucked something up. I am the measuring stick. You are the fucking independent. You are the variable. I am the control variable. You are the independent variable. What did you fuck up? I didn't change. Don't you gaslight me. And then I get emails or text. We have some quality issues at Amazon. You got to fix this. No, I don't. No. Stop annoying me, Karen. Link below is a link to all my books. That's about it. Any super chats? We got one super chat. Mark, $2. Writing my opus, acquiring Greenland for Hey, it's a good picture of you, Mark. Is that a drawing? Did you process? It looks like one of them Wall Street Journal dot things. The artist, he used to do that for the Wall Street Journal. Looks good. Looks good. All right. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.